Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. Your philosopher Despondos at your service. I was thinking about, with my bad God, good Satan theorem, um, and how, black metal artists, the ones that I know about, and there's when they put down or when they sing about slaying God or doing this or doing that or stuff that sounds anti-Christian, but I've never really heard them declare anything anti-Jesus, and I've watched documentaries on them interviewing, and all they're just atheists, agnostics. One of the guys from Demi Bourrier, said that he had an epiphany when he was 6 years old that made him realize that, religion is bunk. Um, but see, the thing is if you, like I said, when you read the Bible, you actually find the best answers to an agnostic frame of mind, not in finding fault with the Bible necessarily, but just within its own pages of things that are there that people don't really take into consideration. Now, like I've talked about before, my friend, who's my manager, he just says, "Well, I don't understand. I don't understand why you feel like you have the need to battle Christianity or battle religion." And I told him, I said, "Well, because there's always some jackass always coming along and trying to impose their superficialness on me. I mean, I'm fine as long as nobody's doing that, but it seems like every time I pull away, there's always somebody who says something that challenges, they try to challenge me, and it's just superficial only because it goes along with what they have been told, and it's not real, but they think it is just because that's what they've always known." But I posit that Jesus, when you read about how he stood up to the Pharisees, basically Jesus is doing the exact same thing that a lot of black metal artists are doing. Jesus was accused of being demon possessed by the Pharisees, I believe it was the Pharisees. But yeah, he was accused of that. And Jesus, he says, "I don't have a devil." I mean, he doesn't do anything more by just by denying it. Let's see here. Anyway, sorry about that. But Jesus, basically, black metal artists, that's what they're doing. The they're challenging the corrupt religious system that makes claims of goodness on account of God, but at the heart of it, it's rotten. They're not attacking good-hearted Christians. They're not attacking Christianity that is good. They're attacking Christianity that is bad. And they're not attacking Jesus. Now, they might be attacking a version of Jesus, but they're attacking the system, not the individual or the goodness that he stands for. And even if they are somewhat, or people again, it's like, I don't even believe it. I don't even care about that, because to me it's not that big of a deal. So a Pharisee, if Jesus lived today and the Pharisees existed today like they are, and you can kind of see some parallels, basically Jesus would be a black metal artist in a sense, because he was kind of doing the same type of thing. Not direct cosmetic wise, on account of what black metal artists do, but just like John Lennon, there's a lot of parallels of Jesus Christ with him, and the conservative hierarchy saw him as bad and evil, and they tried to demonize him. They tried to demonize his message of peace because he wasn't going along with their hierarchy. The Vietnam War was a product of the paranoia of the Cold War. It didn't need to be done necessarily. Some people could argue on that, but even my dad, like I said, even my dad, who was in Vietnam, he couldn't understand. It's like, what are we even doing over here? It's like we're not even doing anything. We're not even going to their main city. We're not taking out their base. We're just fighting, and we're not accomplishing anything. So there is a lot of parallels to people who are in fact good, but are viewed as evil by the hierarchy, which is actually a fake bad, or is actually a fake good, but they're actually evil at the core. So for you folks, just pull out your Bibles and take a look at what Jesus did, and you will see a lot of parallels. And when you size them up next to these other things that you think are actually evil, you will actually see that Jesus is actually more similar to them than what you think is a hierarchy of good.